wanted to go ahead and explain to you why we want to do the type in Illustrator and the photo or the graphic in Photoshop. So first off, I went online looking for a image to be used for this. I typed in Earth image, found when I went to images, search, settings, tools, size, large. Now I'm looking at pixels down at the bottom. Which one has the highest number? This one's 3,000 but there's another one that's 5,000, that one right there. That's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead, just because the image I'm looking for is this one, I'm going to click on it. Maybe it gives me a larger size image. The final image here is a free download. I can download that. I'm going to go to Show and Finder. By the way, that website, Pexels, is all free stock. Use that, pexels.com. So anyway, go back to the Show and Finder. Got the image here. I'm going to drag it into Photoshop real quick and just do some basic image editing. Alright, so first off, I'm going to do unlock the layer. Go select, color range. I draft the black. Any selected color always turns white in here. So if I drag it to the left, I can see I have a solid selection going around the thing that I need to delete. If I hit delete, perfect, Command D. You can see the edges of this are kind of, if I really had some time to spend on this to make it look really good, I would take the eraser tool and soften those edges, but I don't. So I'm going to save this as desktop, replace this halftone.psd files. And before, oops, I forgot one thing. Image mode grayscale. Discard. It changes it to black and white. Now when I do a save as, desktop, halftone, replace that one right there, and say save, I can rest assured that when I get ready to print in Illustrator, it will print as a halftone. So here I am. I had created this file before. I just updated the file, and it's asking me, hey, we just noticed that you did some changes in Photoshop. Do you want to honor them? I'm going to say yes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and redo everything I did so you can see what I did, and I'm going to teach you just 2 little tips in Illustrator. Remember that in the competency triangle that I created, we're always trying to learn new things here. So I got this Earth. I'm going to shrink it in shape and size by holding down Shift and Option, pulling it in. There it is. I'm going to show you how to edit words. I'm going to show you how to edit words on a path. So I'm going to grab a circle tool, kind of hover in the center, pull out right there. Notice that it has I've flipped the colors. I'm going to grab the type tool and hold down on it until I see type on path. If I hover right here, at the bottom of this eye shape of this cursor, if I hover on that and click, it's going to start wrapping type around this path. Well, I'm going to type in Global Challenge 2018. Okay. Now, if I grab my white arrow tool, there's 2 little itty bitty lines going right here. And if I'm very careful in selecting the left one, I can click and move this graphic. Didn't move it that time. Let me try to click on the other one. There. So now I've kind of got it exactly where I want it. I'm going to shrink it just to pull a little bit tighter in. All I did is hold down Shift and Option. Just trying to position it right where I want it. Okay. Now, you might have a question like, how do I put type under here? I'm going to go ahead and just show you how to do that. I have all this stuff on one layer right here, but I have a layer on top. So what I'm going to do is hold down, with this type selected, I'm going to hold down Option and simply click and drag to the next layer. Now, if I turn this off and on, you still see that, barely see it, they're flickering a little. There's 2 type layers on top of each other. I'm going to turn the bottom one off. I'm going to select my words real quick by triple clicking in on them and go back to my type on path tool, which is right here. I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to say, hey, I want you to flip the type so it goes there. It's down now at the bottom, and I want you to align it to the A-center. So when I say OK, it should be in the equal distance as the other one. So I'm going to click and move it right here, double click, and I'm going to say type in Inload Graphics. So now it says Global Challenge 2018 in low graphics. All right, there we go. I can shrink this in a little, pull it up, might make it a little bit tighter to the type. Careful with this though, you're going to lose your curve when you do this of finding the image. But anyway, this is with the, now we got the halftone black and white, we got the type in here. When we go to rip it, we want to make sure that it doesn't try to make a halftone over a type. We want our type to be solid black, but we want that the image to be a halftone. So I'm going to go to File, Print, and we're going to go to Output. We're going to go Separations Host Based, set it up 53 LPI. Uncheck all these right here. I got it set for 20 lines per inch because it's a very dense one. It's a very dense image. It's going to come out, so 20 lines per inch will be okay. At angle of 15, I can do dots or lines. I'm going to try lines. Okay, and if I print this, I'll be looking at a file, a sheet of paper in my hand like I am right now, that has a halftone image, but my type is black. And that's what we're trying to achieve here, is to create type that is black, but a halftone image that is a halftone. Okay? So what you'll do with this after you're done and you print it out on a sheet of paper is you're going to staple it to the back of your project sheet. So you have your Global Challenge worksheet, your brainstorming work, and then your final printout. Okay? Then later on, I want you to, actually I think we'll try to print the positives if we get enough time right after this. Okay? So if I say print real quick, it's going to print that picture. Now down here on your taskbar, you're going to have a little printer. You're going to see the status of the job. Some of y'all will say, I hit print, I can't see it. Double check your printer and make sure it's working. Okay? That's important. Make sure you're printing to printer 5. It's all set up and you're good to go. All right, that's it.